Hey there, and welcome to Morning Manna, or as I like to call it, Morning Anna. Okay, that's a shout out to Van Lewis, because last time I hosted Morning Manna, I didn't say it, and he was very disappointed, so I got scolded on Sunday. Van, there, I said it for you, okay? All right, for real, welcome to Morning Manna. I'm so glad that you're here with us today, and we're going back and revisiting a familiar passage. To me, it's one of my favorites. It's been a life passage that God has used in so many different seasons of my life to speak to me about his faithfulness, about his presence in my life, about his plan. And it's been an invitation over and over and over again for me to reassert my trust in God. Today, we're going to read another section of it, Psalm 139, verses 7 through 12. Verse 7 begins, "Where shall I go from your spirit, and where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and light about me be night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day, for darkness is as light to you." This particular passage God has used in many different seasons of my life. There was a season in my teenage years when I walked through a really deep depression. And God used this passage to speak to me and to remind me that no matter how dark things seemed, and no matter what I believed led me to that place, that I wasn't far from him, that he was always present. Think about this language. If I ascend to heaven, hey God, if I'm at the highest of highs, feeling like I am at the pinnacle of my relationship with you, God, you're there. But then he says also, if I make my bed in Sheol, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths of despair, the imagery there, like if I camp out there, if I choose to stay there, and sometimes we're not choosing to stay there, we just happen to find ourselves there and we don't know how to get out. And yet God's promise is that even in the midst of the darkest places in our lives, he is there. Whether you're in that dark place because of depression or anxiety, whether you're in there because of the consequences of your sin, or perhaps it's because of the consequences of someone else's life. I think about Jonah. Think about the consequences of his own actions. He was running from God, literally trying to get as far away from God and what God had called him to do as possible. And yet, even in the depths of the sea, God found him. God was there, was present. Maybe you are walking through a season where it feels like you're in the depths of despair. God is present. He's with you. I don't know what led you there, but I do know the one who will be with you and who will lead you out. May the peace of God rule and reign in your heart today. And may you remember that no matter how dark today feels, the darkness is as light to God. Darkness cannot overcome him. He's there with you. I'll see you tomorrow.